What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. So the OPPO Find N2 Flip is finally official. This is definitely the most beautiful phone that I got to try up until now. And I've been using this particular one for about 3 weeks now. And in today's video I want to share with you some of the most interesting things about this device. First things first, yes, you can unlock this with your face, so it does support face unlocking through that front-facing camera, and we also have a fingerprint scanner that's built in the power button, so you can unlock it either way. As you've seen for yourself, you can also close and open this, so this is a flip phone just like the name suggests, and according to the manufacturer, you're gonna be able to open and close this phone about 400,000 times. So pretty much unlimited opening and closings and nothing should happen to the device. And after using this for about 3 weeks, there is nothing that happened to the device here where it falls. So quite impressive. So on the inside here, we have a 6.8 inches AMOLED screen that has a refresh rate of 120 Hz and a peak brightness of 1600 nits. So yes, you can definitely see this phone outside in direct sunlight. I also love the fact that it doesn't have as much reflection as other foldable phones that I got to try in the past. And as you can see for yourself, or if you can even see it, you can barely see where it closes. Now, if you do go with your finger over the screen, you're gonna feel it somewhere around here in the center, but you can barely see it in most situations. Now, of course, if we do lock the screen and I move this in a certain way, well, I don't think we can actually see the crease. So basically this is the foldable phone, the flip phone that has the least amount of crease, if that makes sense. So you're not going to be able to see that in most situations. So whenever you're watching a movie or a video or a YouTube video or whatever you're watching, you cannot notice that crease in the center. But as I said, when you're moving your finger up and down, you can kind of feel it somewhere around here. We also have a screen on the outside of the device, and yes, this one also supports an always-on display, but it looks much better when it's on. So this is a 3.26 inches screen that has a peak brightness of 900 nits. So yes, you can use this so you can check notifications, you can use this for certain widgets, and it does look super cool. Not to mention that you can actually use this screen as a screen for the camera, so you can kind of use the rear camera as a selfie camera, if that makes some sense. So you can basically flip the phone open and you kind of use it as a tripod when it's open, and you use that screen so you can actually take selfies with the main camera. When open, the phone itself is also quite thin, so this measures 7.45 millimeters. That's thinner than a Samsung Galaxy S23. Just to give you an example, that one is about 7.6. And the phone itself weighs 191 grams, so definitely not a heavy or big phone. Now, of course, if you do close it, it becomes smaller, but it becomes thicker. But I guess it fits better in your pocket than a large phone like this. One thing that I was definitely not expecting was the phone to have a speaker at the top and a speaker at the bottom. So yes, we do get dual speakers with this device, and the speakers actually sound quite good. And let me play a short clip just so you can hear how those speakers sound like. Another thing that's quite unexpected is what you're gonna find in the box. Also, the unboxing experience is quite unique. When you open the box, you see the phone there, it does look super cool. But going to what comes in the box. So unlike many other phones out there, with this phone we are gonna get a 67 watt fast charger in the box. Now the phone itself supports 44 watt fast charging, so charging this from 0 to 100 is done in about 55 to 60 minutes, so still pretty fast charging. So inside this device, even though this is not a thick device by any means, we have a 4300 milliamp hour battery. So a pretty large battery for such a small device, I'm gonna say. And I've actually done a video talking about the battery life, and if you want to check out that video and find out how much battery life you're gonna get from this device, I will leave a link to that video in the top right corner or the video's description. The hinge also allows you to open or close this to a certain angle, so you can keep it like this, you can keep it like this, you can keep it like this. So you can kind of use the phone as a tripod by itself, so you can set it on a table or something like that, and then you can take a picture with those rear cameras. So on the back there we have a main camera that's a 50 megapixel sensor, and then we have an ultra wide camera, and of course we also have a selfie camera that I mentioned earlier. So I've actually done a full camera comparison between this device and my iPhone 14 Pro. So if you want to see some example pictures, some example videos, I will leave a link to that camera comparison that I've done in the top right corner or in the video's description. So if you want to see what those cameras on the back and of course the selfie camera can do, definitely check out that video. On top of being one of the most beautiful phones out there, this is also a pretty fast device. So if we open settings here and we go to about device, here you can see the CPU that the device is using. So we are using the MediaTek Dimensity 9000 Plus and 8 gigs of RAM. And next I want to show you the AnTuTu benchmark score. So this device gets an AnTuTu benchmark score of 860,000. So this is a pretty high score, of course. And what I've found quite interesting is the fact the phone doesn't get as hot as other devices that I've tried lately. So for example, this doesn't get as hot as the Samsung Galaxy S23. So something to keep in mind, mostly if you're playing games. And yes, you can absolutely play games with this device. And if you wanted to see the speed for the internal storage, these are the results for the internal storage. So not only this is a beautiful device, this is also a very fast device. So there you have it. If you want a phone that looks like no other, definitely check out the OPPO Find N2 Flip. One of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful phones that I got to try. And I absolutely love this little screen that we have on the front here. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.